It's time to read, Seb. Thomas and Gordon Off the Rails by the Reverend W. Audrey. Right, let's have a look.
Red.
That colour red. Okay, let's have a look. All right. Oh dear. Let's have a look. Wake up, Gordon, said his driver one morning. You've got a special train to pull today. Is it coaches or trucks? Asked Gordon. Trucks, said his driver. Trucks? Grumbled Gordon. I won't go. Gordon began to sulk and his fire wouldn't burn properly. When Edward pushed him to the turntable, he didn't help him at all. Oh, look, who's that? That's Gordon. Gordon hissed loudly. Trucks? I show them. And when his turntable was halfway round, he moved slowly forward. He only meant to go far enough to jam the turntable, but once he was moving forward, he found he couldn't stop. Oh no! Whoosh! He said, as he went right off the rails, slithered down and banked and landed in a ditch. The yard manager was very cross. Look what you've done, you silly great engine, he blowed. It will be hours before we can get you out of here. Lug, said Gordon apologetically. It was dark when he Look, that's James, yeah. It was dark when the breakdown team came for Gordon. They brought floodlights and powerful jacks, yeah. A crane lifted Gordon's tenders clear, and then the workmen attached strong cables to the back of his cab. Then the men built a ramp of sleepers, and James and Henry, pulling hard, managed to get Gordon back onto the rails. Not such a splendid engine now, are you? Teased the workman. It was true. Gordon was very wet, very dirty, and smelled awful. Ugh, yuck. A few days later, Thomas was at the junction when Gordon arrived with some trucks. Pooh, remarked Thomas to Annie and Clarabelle. Can you smell a smell? A funny, musty sort of smell? No, said Annie and Clarabelle. We can't smell a smell. Do you know what I think it is? Said Thomas, staring at Gordon. It's ditch of water. But before Gordon could answer, Thomas had quietly puffed away, giggling to himself. Oh dear. Later, Thomas took some empty trucks to the mine. Long ago, miners digging for a lead had tunnelled into the ground. One of the tunnels went right under the railway line, and the ground above was weak. Yeah, look, wow. At the fork of the sidings, a large notice board said, look, danger! Engine must not pass this point. Thomas had often tried to get past, but he had never succeeded. Today, though, he had a plan. As his fireman got out of and changed the points, Thomas' driver leaned out of the cab to see where he was giggling, where he's going. Oh gosh! Now, let's go, said Thomas to himself, and bumping in trucks fiercely, he jerked his driver off the footplate. Stupid old sign, there's no danger, he said as he followed the trucks past the board. There was a loud rumbling sound and the ground in front of Thomas started to cave in. Oh no, look out, shouted Thomas' driver. The fireman scrambled into the cab and put Thomas' brakes on. Shh! But it was too late. Fire and smoke, shouted Thomas. I'm sinking! And he was. The rail broke and he slid into the pit below. Oh dear, Thomas said. I'm silly. I'm a silly engine. And a very naughty one too, said a familiar voice behind him. Please get me out, sir, said Thomas. I won't be naughty again. I'm not sure, said the Fat Controller. We can't lift you out with a crane. The ground isn't firm enough. We might have to leave you there for some time. Leave me? Here? Oh no! wailed Thomas. The Fat Controller thought for a while. He said. I wonder if Gordon can pull you out. Thomas stumbled out and replied, Gordon? He wasn't sure. He wanted to see Gordon against just yet. Wait, look, oh dear, can you see? Look at Gordon. When Gordon heard about Thomas' accident, he laughed loudly, yes. Down a mine he is? He asked James and Edward. How fitting. I've always said that. He was a minor engine. Ho, ho, ho. But he hurried to the rescue all the same. Gordon reached to the mine and carefully drew up behind Thomas. Whoop, whoop. Little Thomas had. Have you got that seeking feeling? He whistled. We'll have you out of there in a couple of puffs. Workmen fastened strong cables between the two engines. Are you ready? Called the cart fat controller. Okay, are we ready? 1, 2, 3, and heave! Very slowly, very carefully, Gordon put Thomas back on the rails to safety. Lovely, look! They managed to get Thomas out. Let's have a look. Thank you for rescuing me, said Thomas to Gordon. I was a bit in a hole. His driver and fireman checked him over to see how he was hurt. I'm sorry I was cheeky. That's all right, Thomas, said Gordon. You made me laugh. I like that. Then he whispered carefully, I'm a disgrace, you know, and it cheered me up. Gordon started to tow Thomas back towards Tidmouth Sheds. I'm a disgrace too, said Thomas, as they started their journey. Why? So you are, Thomas, Gordon replied. We're both in disgrace. Shall we form an alliance? An ally what? Asked Thomas. An alliance, Thomas. United we stand, together we fall, said Gordon grandly. You help me and I help you. Well, right, you are, said Thomas. Good. That's settled then, rambled Gordon. And buffer to buffer analyze puffs home. Yay! Beep beep. I hope you enjoyed my story. That's the end. This is the calling race. Red and green and brown and blue. They're the really useful crew. All the different roles to play around Tidmouth Sheds.